Hello Gemini, this is EJ with your reading from August 4 through the 10 of 2025. As I was meditating and shuffling the cards, I saw a little bit of a challenge, possibly with the Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius person, if you're dealing with a person, but more so a challenge of just small. It wasn't big, it wasn't like something that you couldn't overcome, but it was like a small challenge that you'll have to really put your foot down about. Okay, and then we start off with the Death card, Scorpio energy. Now this is all about letting go, right? This is all about transformation and change and, you know, release of the past so that you can create a new beginning and you know, allowing new opportunities to come in. But necessary endings, right? There needs to be a necessary ending so that something new could come in. It possibly could be a change in your career, position, relationship, your situation, whatever it might look like. It's going to be different for everybody, but the Death card is all about change and transformation. Let's see what else we can pull out for you. All right, Spirit. And what else do we have for Gemini, please? August 4 through the 10 of 2025. What does Gemini need to know? We have the Lovers card. Okay, oh, let me move my pen. I'm sorry. The Lovers card, Gemini, that is our energy. That is all about faced with decisions. So change and letting go and allowing transformation. So there's big decisions that you're going to be faced with. And I feel like once you address those decisions, you're going to be able to move in the right direction. Okay. With the energy that I was picking up about the challenge, I feel like this is it, right? Because there's decisions you're going to have to make in regards to either a relationship, a partnership, or it's just, this is you know, this is us, Gemini, showing up in our reading because there is change that is going to happen directly to you. Okay. So with the Lovers card, though, it could be, again, there's major decisions that you're going to have to make. And again, this change is definitely going to be surrounded around you. Okay. All right, Spirit, what else for Gemini? What else for Gemini, please? Gemini, August 4th through the 10 of 2025. What else does Gemini need to know? I'm going to take a quick drink here. Gemini, what does Gemini need to know? Ace of Wands. It is all about a new beginning, creating a new beginning, maybe moving forward with ideas or new opportunities or relationships. But the Ace of Wands is all about you taking this wand and making something happen with that wand, right? Because the Ace of Wands is all Ace is about a new beginning, but this is about something great. This is something about something big, right? Something that maybe you're going to be creating, maybe you're inspired to create something, but it's, you know, maybe a new beginning, a new path, a new business, a new relationship. I do see some good, exciting news coming in, and I feel like when that news comes in, that's when you're going to have to make these decisions, right? You're going to be faced with something exciting happening for you, but I feel like until that happens, right, until you receive this news, I feel like that's where your challenge is going to happen, or it's going to be, because I feel like you're going to have to make some sort of a decision about a new opportunity or a new direction that you might be headed towards. Okay, with this Eight of Wands, I do see, I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting and it's big, and it's really time for you to take action. Maybe it's about an ending that happens, and then you're, you know, maybe with your career, and you've always wanted to do a side, you know, build your side hustle into a business. Sorry, I'm twisted for words today. It was a long day, but anyways, Ace of Wands is, again, just you creating that, something good, something exciting, something unexpected. Unexpected money comes in. I'm just really curious to see what else Spirit has. All right, Spirit, what else, please, for Gemini? What else does Gemini need to know? August 4th to the 10th of 2025. definitely something that you're creating. I feel like for some of you, not all of you, just a small portion of you, I feel like you are already, like you started something, put it aside, and then I feel like you're going to revisit that, and then I feel like when you revisit it, then it then takes off. Okay, it then produces more income, or produces excitement to create more income and create a different path for you. Wow. Four of Wands. This could be that you're going to have to make decisions about moving, right? Because the Four of Wands is about a move of house, but it's also celebration. So there could be something here that's saying, hey, you know what, Gemini, you're going to be faced with decisions about your stability, you know, or maybe you're creating more of a stability, but this definitely is a move of house. Business that will, you know, go really well for you. There's a lot of success and prosperity here. And again, there is a lot of action, right? There's a lot of movement here. I do feel like it's a time where you're going to feel more relaxed and less pressured. Because I feel like usually Geminis are always like, let's go, 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 go. We've got a million things going on. And I feel like this time it's almost like you're relaxed. You're not feeling overwhelmed about things. There's a really good omen of this, especially with the change of scenery. But I do see there is a new home, okay? Maybe some of you are starting to work from home, maybe a business from home. Maybe you're literally moving and having a new home. But nonetheless, it looks like it's going to create more stability for you when you do make that change, okay? And I feel like it's going to be, for some of you, it's going to be kind of a difficult decision, but I see that you're going to have to make it, right? Especially if you're dealing with a person. I feel like you're going to just have to take that wand, beat that person, right? And be like, this is what we're going to do. It's like taking charge almost. All right, Spirit, what else for Gemini? What else for Gemini, please? Magician. Yeah, see? I knew it. It was about you having to do what you needed to do to make things happen with the Magician. Because the Magician's all about, let me look at my resources, right? Let me look at what I have in front of me and how can I utilize this to change my situation, right? And then the Lover's card is like, I need to make good decisions about this, right? So now I feel like, again, as I mentioned earlier, usually we're on a go, 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 go thing. I feel like that's how you're going to start out. And I feel like it's time for you to take action, whatever it might be, whether it's business, creative projects, moving, travel, whatever it might be. I feel like it's time for you just to take charge and make that decision, right? I feel like, you know, especially Geminis, we're really good communicators, we're really good multitaskers, and we can get things done. But sometimes, you know, when it involves another person or, you know, maybe a job, it makes it a little complicated, especially if you're comfortable. So, but I feel like here, definitely you're going to have to take the lead on this, okay? I do see a new position or direction when you're going with your career, and I do feel like things are definitely going to start to flow better for you. As I mentioned, I mentioned that you're more relaxed, right? So I see that happening here as you move into that direction, okay? So far, I feel like it could be any time between 1 to 4 weeks. But let's continue. Spirit, what else for Gemini? August 4th through the 10th of 2025, please. What else does Gemini need to know? August 4th through the 10th of 2025. What else for Gemini, please? We have the King of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. Now, I do like that the King of Cups is here because, yeah, no, I'm sorry, not the King, the Knight of Cups. I don't know why I said the King. It's the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups brings exciting news, okay? And that is why I love that it's here, because remember I said there was something exciting coming your way here with the Ace of Wands, and now with the Knight of Cups. It's definitely something you're going to be very passionate about. You're going to feel very artistic and inspired. You're going to feel just really good about this, right? So, and I feel like with this, you're going to feel very adventurous and ready to take action with this news. The news is like overwhelming, and I just definitely really need you to follow what your intuition is putting in your heart to do, okay? But I feel like there is going to be an unexpected offer. There's something that you were not expecting to happen, and all of a sudden there it shows up, right? It shows up and you're like, okay, wait a minute, what do I do now? But I see a potential good opportunity that is coming up, and I do see a lot of excitement here, okay? But I feel like this is it again. I feel like this is definitely gonna, I feel excited. I'm getting excited with this reading. I feel like it's leading you into a very positive direction, and in a direction where you're going to have stability and feel less stressed and overwhelmed. And again, I felt like you're more relaxed. So it could be maybe you're looking for work here. And maybe finally you get an offer and you're just like, oh, thank God I can breathe now, right? It's almost like that. Very exciting though. Very exciting things. Spirit, what else for Gemini? Because I feel like some of you are still, your mind is going wild about when and how and if, you know. But I feel like we don't need to worry about that anymore. I feel like Spirit is saying it is coming. Oh yeah, look at that, 6 of Wands. I love it, because remember I said there was a little bit of a challenge that you were going to have about a decision you're going to have to make. But here, with this being in the center of your reading, that 6 of Wands, it lets me know that you're going to overcome this successfully, right? So if you have been, you know, again, there's a lot of victory here. There's a lot of completion. There's, you know, you're going to overcome whatever it is. And again, there's a lot of success. So I feel like you know, the outcome is successful. I feel like it is completing a journey. It's leading you to something that's going to allow you to be more happy, more relaxed, and really feeling like you're achieving your goals. And I do see positive changes no matter what. Something that you have put down before and now you pick up. Your hard work starts to pay off. You're starting to be more noticed, okay? People are starting to notice who Gemini is, and I feel like opportunities are going to start to flow in for you. Like, just like a water flow of goodness, okay? There we go. I'm telling you, I cannot speak today. All right, Spirit, what else? What else for Gemini? What else for Gemini? What else for Gemini? What else for Gemini? All right, let me do a quick shuffle because the cards just flew out of my hand. All right. What else for Gemini, please? August 4 through the 10 of 2025. What does Gemini need to know? Judgment. It's about second chances, right? So I do love judgment showing up because, again, judgment is all about a second chance, you know, deciding what direction to go in and things being very favorable for you, okay? I do see that there is going to, you know, I see a cash flow just flowing through. Like, it's just like, you just see money just being thrown at you. Just, that's how I see it in my mind's eye. So I see money coming in for you. I do see, you know, opportunities coming in. I do feel like you're going to be reviewing the past and I feel like you're doing that because you don't want to, maybe for some of you, you're reconsidering a situation or a decision that you made. And again, remember I said something about the past that you did and you picked it back up and then it starts to move into a very positive way. So I feel like that is something that might be happening for some of you. And some of you are just kind of like, okay, let me look at my, you know, before I make these decisions, you know, how far, it's like you're just kind of weighing your pros and cons here, okay? I do see a change of status for a lot of you, new beginnings, you know, good news when it comes to work, when it comes to money, when it comes to contracts, and the outcome looks very promising. It looks very good. So promotions, you know, new job offers, or businesses that go well, or a move that happens, and everything just works out for you, right? Like You know, at first you were probably thinking, how's this going to happen? When is it going to happen? But then all of a sudden, things just start to flow like a domino effect. All right, Spirit, what else? What else, please, for Gemini? What else for Gemini? What else for Gemini, please? What else for Gemini, please? What else for Gemini? What does Gemini need to know? What does Gemini need to know, please? So we have the Two of Pentacles, where you're going to have a lot, you know, decisions to make. Like I said, you were weighing your pros and cons, and I feel like that's what that is. You're going to need to learn to balance these things out, because I feel like whatever it is that's coming your way, it's definitely saying, hey, this is what, you know, this is what's going to happen now. Yeah, I just feel like there's a decision, and I feel like there's something that you're contemplating, whether you move, whether it's about the move, whether it's about this new offer because of where it fell. So it could be about a move or the offer that comes in, and you're contemplating, what should I do, right? Like, what, how, you know, is this a good move? Is this a good time to move? And all of those things that you think about, okay? Now, we did get the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and I'm sitting it here because it wasn't a card that, it just kind of fell out when I moved my hand. But with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, it's almost like accepting things how they are, right? And really look at things from a different perspective, right? So again, here you're contemplating whether you should or shouldn't, and this is like accepting it for what face value, okay? Yeah, I just feel like Spirit is definitely saying something here. We'll have to clarify that, and I'm going to do that now. So let me go ahead and shuffle the deck. All right, Divine Universe, Holy Spirit, and Guardian Angels, let's clarify this reading for the zodiac sign of Gemini, August 4th to the 10th of 2025. Let's clarify without honesty and integrity, please. All right. So what I'm gathering so far, again, is that there's decisions you're going to have to make, right? Some of them might be a challenge. Here it is, right? Weighing your pros and cons of an opportunity that comes in, or a move that you're trying to figure out if this is the right time. Some of you, I feel like you're looking at your finances and you're like, wait a minute, I don't have that to move at this moment, okay? But let's clarify this Five of Pentacles in reverse, please. For Gemini, let's clarify this. Page of Cups. Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces with this Page of Cups. And with the Page of Cups being here, it does tell me that listen to your intuition, to go within and listen to your intuition, because I do see a positive outcome. As I mentioned before, you have this drives your reading. That Six of Wands drives the reading because it's the center of the reading. So no matter what's going on the outside, what falls here is that you overcome these obstacles or these concerns or challenges, right? And you overcome by listening to your intuition, and with that you have a positive outcome, okay? Let's talk about the Death card, please. What is this Death card about for Gemini? We don't want to ignore that these are major arcanas up here, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas here. So we don't want to ignore that because those are really strong cards. Death card, please, for Gemini. What is this all about? This change and transformation. What is this about for Gemini? What is this about? What is this Death card about for Gemini, please? What is this Death card about for Gemini? Spirit? I love it. We have the Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus. And the Queen of Pentacles is someone that is very grounded, someone who really, has the money, right? Wealth and luxury, and is very practical. And I feel like that's how you're going to, things are going to change for you, that you're going to move into a time where you're going to be more grounded, more secure, financially, emotionally, all of those things. And you're going to be very practical with your finances here. So I feel like whatever change comes up, let's get one more for that death card, please. What is this all about? But whatever change that is coming in is definitely going to change for a positive, especially when it comes to that, when it comes to your finances. And we have the Two of Pentacles. And then with the Two of Pentacles in this deck, it does talk about, finances looking really good, things lining up, things aligning perfectly, and you having the capability of balancing all things, right? So I feel like, again, that whatever is coming up, it's just going to allow you, you're going to be very practical with the changes, with the transformation, with your finances, with your stability, is what I'm picking up here, okay? Let's talk about the Lover's card, please. Let's talk about the Lover's card for Gemini. The Lover's card for Gemini, please. Hold on just a sec. What is this all about? We have the Wheel of Fortune. And that just means, Gemini, that we're clarifying our energy, right? We're the lovers. We represent the Lover's card. And with the Wheel of Fortune, this tells me that you're going to be taken for a spin. And that spin is going to spin you in the direction of good fortune, of, positive outcomes. Something new, like a fresh new life, a fresh new job. It feels fresh. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, it just doesn't feel like, oh, it's just a job. Like, yeah, I got a job to pay my bills. No, it feels like clean slate, fresh start. That's what that feels like to me. So I feel like you're going to be, with this change and transformation, I feel like you're going to be able to go through that and navigate through it very, very easily, especially because you have the Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles there. That definitely tells me that you're going to flow with it very easily. You are going to be faced with decisions, but I feel like the universe, God, Spirit is just definitely saying, you know what, it's time to take Gemini for a ride, and a positive ride, right? A positive outcome, something that's going to bring excitement, something that they truly deserve. And that Wheel of Fortune is that Wheel of Fortune. Okay, words are hard. Wheel of Fortune is just that, right? Oh my goodness. All right, Spirit. Let's go ahead and move on to the Ace of Wands. What is this all about, please? This Ace of Wands. What is this Ace of Wands all about, please? Strength card. Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. So what that tells me is that you're going to have to just, take that Ace of Wands with all your strength, all your courage, all of you, right? All of your confidence, and overcome the challenges that you're going to be faced with, right? And move and create that new path and that new journey or that new business or whatever it might be. Have the courage to do it, right? As I always tell you, if you don't believe in yourself, then who will, right? Let's talk about judgment. Let's talk about judgment for Gemini. Judgment, please, for Gemini. We have the Page of Pentacles, clarifying that. Page of Pentacles is a Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus. And with this Page of Pentacles, it does tell me that there's going to be a lot of gains in your life, right? There's going to be a new creation in your life. Whether you're creating a new life, whether you're creating a new situation. Judgment is all about second chances, right? And I feel like with this, it's letting me know that there is going to be a change, and you're going to go with the flow of it all and create a new beginning for yourself. And whatever it might be, it could be a relationship, it could just be new you, right? Maybe you go get your hair done, or maybe you just change how you look or how you act, or maybe you've grown into someone different, right? Maybe you're no longer do the same things that you used to do because you've outgrown that. So there's a change and a new life, right? A new journey, a new you, something. I'm telling you, brand new, like as if you were a newborn. That's how I see that. What about this Four of Wands? Can we get insight on this Four of Wands, please? Can we get insight on this Four of Wands for Gemini, please? We have the Chariot, Cancer energy. So it does look like you're going to move forward with this change, right? With this move, because the Chariot is all about, I'm going to take control of this. I'm going to take the reins and I'm going to move forward with this, right? I'm going to focus. I'm going to achieve my goals. I'm so driven and I'm determined. I need this change and I want this change. I want this move. And there's something that's inspiring you to persevere and move past the difficult times you've been going through. I do see good news, but it's at a distance, okay? So maybe that news that comes in with this Knight of Cups, it comes in because the Four of Wands is also celebration. So I feel like maybe that news that comes in is something from a distance that's going to relocate you to another job, okay, or another place for a work, or it's just that you're moving altogether, okay? But it's definitely a path toward victory and success. So again, there's a positive outcomes from all the struggles, all the stress, everything just kind of lining up for you in a positive way. But let's go ahead and get clarity on that Knight of Cups, please. What about this Knight of Cups for Gemini? Let me get clarity on this Knight of Cups for Gemini. I just feel like there's a lot of good, exciting things that's about to happen for you if they haven't already. For some of you, it's already in the works, right? Like there's already something there. And others of us, like we're waiting for that to happen, but we can feel it in the air, if that makes sense. Now, we do have the Eight of Cups clarifying that Knight of Cups. And that Knight of Cups, remember, is bringing us exciting new things. But the Eight of Cups is all about movement. It's progress, right? So moving away from something that has just been very draining, moving away from something that has not made you happy, that has just weighed you down, and moving towards something better. So that Eight of Cups is Eight of Pentacles. Is something you worked really hard for. So that Knight of Cups, I'm telling you, it's been a day. I don't know if Mercury retrograde is going on, but here we are, tongue twisted. So the Pen of Pentacles, okay, my goodness gracious. We are clarifying the Knight of Cups with this Eight of Pentacles. And again, this could be with a financial offer. But again, 8 is all about progress. So I was right about the 8, okay? But it's all about, progress and having goals and having ambition and working towards those goals, right? And really focusing on that news that comes in, that exciting news that comes in, and moving into that. It brings a lot of personal growth. It brings a lot of expansion when it comes to your finances, when it comes to you, when it comes to ideas. So I feel like whatever it is, it's something you've been working hard towards. So again, it could be something that you revisited, maybe a new job. Again, remember I said that there are some opportunities that are coming there. So that Knight of Cups is bringing you something exciting and something that you've really worked hard. And let me tell you, just looking for a job is a full-time job. Like it's crazy how that works out, right? So we have the Two of Wands, and wow, okay, so that Knight of Cups is also being clarified by this Two of Wands. And yes, it is a Two of Wands. I'm making sure. And that Two of Wands is all about determination, right? It's all about moving, being very productive and moving in a positive way. It does have to do with money, okay? It does have to do with money. It does have to do with focus in that direction that you're moving in. But I feel like with this Two of Wands, there's a lot of prosperity here. Oh my gosh. And then we have the Death card. So here we are. The Knight of Cups brings exciting news, right? Exciting news. And the Eight of Pentacles brings progress. And then the Two of Wands, determination to move towards this. And then we have the Death card. Sorry about that. I thought that was in frame. And then we have the Death card. And the Death card is all about change and transformation and sudden changes, right? So it's not something that maybe you knew things were going to change, but this is all of a sudden, and things that are marking to an end, right? So this night that is bringing us some good, exciting things that we really want. This death card brings an ending to that, to what comes before that, right? Or before the good news. Now the good news comes in, and then we see all the difficult comes to an end. All the difficulties come to the end. All the stress comes to an end, because there's major changes ahead for you, right? So it ends relationships, it ends projects, it ends situations. Whatever it is, it's all about change and transformation, but for the good. But I feel like whatever it is, it's taking you to something better, something where you're going to have stability, something where I saw you just breathe, right? Because I don't know why, that I just saw like you took a big exhale, inhale, exhale kind of thing, and it was just a big sigh of relief. And I feel like this change is needed for a lot of reasons, right? For a lot of us that are going through difficult times in our life, and it's different for everybody. For some of you, it's your job. Some of you, it's finances. Some of you, it's your home, your situation. Some it's your job, not finding a job. It's different for everybody, but I feel like if you could just persevere through this, use what you have, that magician, right? Utilize your confidence, your charm. You're so witty, right? Geminis, we are so witty, but I feel like utilize all of you to make this happen, and you can overcome it with that Six of Wands, where you overcome those challenges, right? Because you have the Death card twice, so that, and then the Wheel of Fortune, that's clarifying the Lover's card. Again, you're going to be taken for a ride, and it's a very good ride, and it's an exciting ride. And I just feel like you need to be ready for that, right? Be ready to let go and be ready to move on, is what I'm really getting on this. It's because it's going to lead you to something great, something really fantastic here. And I'm going to claim this. So if you are new, I am a double Gemini, and welcome. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Gemini family. And I'm going to leave it here. Hopefully this brought you some insight. Let me know how it resonated with you. If you don't want to leave a comment, you could just hit that thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to check out the playlist here up in the corner, because the readings have just been out, just crazy. They've been really good. They've been very positive, and I can feel the energy from it. So hopefully you're feeling the same thing and seeing the same thing in your lives. If not, you will soon. And as always, thank you for hanging out with me. And again, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to check out my website, where I can do all the things myself. And until next time.